Welcome to Kollecting Kaos and another Eternal Mylite Projects video. But before I get started on that, a little preview of what might come down this week. You might ask yourself, are you going to see more G.I. Joes? Or are you going to see more cleaning videos? Are you going to see me bring back talking points? The answer to all these questions is a definite maybe. But the real question you're probably asking is, why do I keep saying "arr"? It's not Talk Like a Pirate Day. The answer to this and the comics that I'm going to show you, you can find out. Just keep watching. Oh, the question of R. Well, it just so happens that I have some independent comics, and all of them start with the letter R. And we'll start with Roger Rabbit's Toontown #2. This is from September 1991. I used to have #1. No clue what happened to it. Might have disappeared when I had my store. I did have a guy that used to buy a lot of #1s. Roger Rabbit's Toontown #3. And that's from October 1991. And this is from Disney, I believe. Yep. This is when Disney was publishing comics. Of course, now they do it, but they do it under the name Marvel. Roger Rabbit's Toontown #4 from November of 1991. I have from Golden Realm Unlimited Inc. Revelation Saga #1. This was a black and white anthropomorphic. And this was published in 1995. Some of these have really good art in them. Some of them not so much. Never turn your nose up at a black and white comic. Sometimes you find artists that will amaze you. Then I have from Revolutionary Comics, Rock and Roll Comics #6, The Rolling Stones. And this was published in 1989, December 1989. It does specify first printing. And Rock and Roll Comics #41, Paula Abdul. And this is from January 1992. Then I have Roach Mill #3 from Dark Horse Comics, published September 1988. And again, it's black and white, but this is great stuff. If you've never read Roach Mill, yeah, it's good. It really is. I need to get the first couple issues, though. Here's #5. That's from April 1989. #7. Yeah, that's #7 from October 1989. I don't even know if I have these in order. This is #8. And it's got some, problems. But that's the way I got it when I bought it. This is from January 1989. So the other one was probably from '88. And this one is #9. From April of 1990. And then a long time ago, sometime last year I think, I showed you Robin Hood #1. Here's Robin Hood #2. And there were 4 issues of this. I do have all 4 of them. I don't know where the 4th one is. It was painted grayscale art. I really liked the art in here. That's why I bought it. But the people that I was buying from were like, what do you want that crap for? It's not X-Men. But that's because they never actually looked at the artwork. I enjoyed it, and the story was pretty good too. Now here's Reality Check. I think this is #8. This is by Tabby Cat. Super Information Hijinks Reality Check, Volume 2, #8 from January 1998. Again, this was good stuff and a lot of fun to read. Unfortunately, I never was able to get very many of them. Here's The Realm #11. Gary Davis penciled this. I don't know what else he did, but again, black and white, but I liked it. Here's The Realm #12. And this was Arrow Productions, I think, or Arrow Comics. March of 1988. The Realm #13. Now published by Weeby Comics. That was 1988. And #14, which was published by Caliber. February 1989. And we have Rudyard Kipling's Red Dog from a Kickflips Comics. This is #1. And it's from February 1988. Night Music #7. Red Dog #1. And again, some of these independent comics has some really good art in them. And here's Red Flannel Squirrel from Dogstar Press, #1. This is not so much a comic book as it is an illustrated story. And this is from October 1997, and I'll show you what I mean. See, it's a story with illustrations rather than a comic book. But the artwork is fabulous. I really like it, so it's okay. Probably have saved that for an odds and ends video. Here's Red Fox #1 from Harrier Comics. And I'm not going to read all that crap to find out when it was published, but it was sometime in the 80s, and this is a second printing. It says so right there, second printing. See? Second printing. The art in here, it was okay. Wasn't anything spectacular. Here's #2. It did get better. The art in #2 is a whole lot better than the art in #1. And here's #3. And again, you can see the improvement in the art. I mean, he's still not there as far as I'm concerned, but #4. And by the time he got to #4, it was almost as if he was taking a step backwards. Some of it was really great, and some of it was just okay. And it looks like this was shot straight off the pencils, that there wasn't a lot of inking involved on some of it. Next I have Replacement God #1 by Amaze Inc., and this was published in June of 1995. Good stuff. Nice art. And from Dark Horse, I have The Return of Tarzan, #1. And this was published April 11th, 1997. And here's The Return of Tarzan #2. This was a 3-part series. May 16th, 1997. Return of Tarzan #3. And that was April 13th, 1997. Had to show those off because they are Tarzan after all. Then I have Ripley's Believe It or Not, Crime and Murder #1. These were published in 1993. This was May of 1993. As far as I know, I don't know if they ever published a second issue or not on these. Here's Child Prodigies #1. And they all came out about the same time, May 1993. I don't have this one, Fairy Tales and Literature. I'd like to get it, but I don't have it. And here's Ripley's Believe It or Not, Feats of Wonder. Again, May 1993. And it looks like it's reprints from newspapers, but I wouldn't swear to it. And that's it for this episode of the Eternal Mylite Project. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to go turn the air conditioner back on. In the meantime, don't forget, wash your hands. It's good for your comics. It's good for your health. And we'll see you next video. Bye.